yourself, the greatest self, the was yourself, as you're now moving into your brand new month of February and year of 2023, where that is concerned, and opening up your heart space to the depth and breadth of you where that is concerned. Opening up your heart space to a greater depth and breadth of you where that is concerned. A greater depth and breadth of who you are where that is concerned and why you are here where that is concerned. And what is transpiring for many as you move into your second month of the year of 2023 is the question that many are asking themselves now as they move into this period of time where that is concerned is, why am I here? The question many are asking now is, why am I here? What am I here for? What is my purpose? How am I here to serve? As they open up the depth and breadth of their heart space and move away from the wounding and the depth and breadth of their heart space, the wounding of the child where that is concerned, they're moving into a place of giving where that is concerned. How can I give? As we said to you, we came to you in your overview of the year of 2023 in your month of January where that is concerned. It's about now giving of yourself where that is concerned. Giving the world you where that is concerned. The beingness of you, who you are, and the depth and breadth, from the depth and breadth of your heart space where that is concerned. So as you move into your month of February, and you move through this period of time, this portal of time that is opening up in your third dimensional realm where that is concerned. Because what's transpiring now, dear ones, as you move into your month of February, is a portal of time is opening up where that is concerned. And many feel as if time is standing still right now, as if they're not making any progress in their life where that is concerned, as if they're standing still in inertia where that is concerned. As we said to you, we came to you as you began the year of 2023, we said to you that your month of January is a month of transition where that is concerned. A transition into the beingness of who you are where that is concerned. And we asked you to tread lightly and move slowly through your month of January as you move into your month of February where that is concerned. And many feel as if they are not moving at warp speed, at the speed they would like to. Their healing process quite possibly is slowed down where that is concerned. And they're not quite sure what is transpiring now as you're moving into your year, because what is transpiring is totally different in many ways from many wonderful and most glorious souls, where they are moving into the beingness of themselves. And they are realizing that their nervous system is no longer stimulated from outside of themselves. We will say that again, dear ones. As you move into your month of February, many are feeling as if time is standing still, as if nothing is transpiring. And what is transpiring is they are realizing, or it is impervious to themselves where that is concerned, to realize that they are no longer needing the hit or the hit to their nervous system from the stimulation outside of themselves. They no longer need to be stimulated from outside of themselves. And this is very new for each and every one of you where that is concerned. And this is part of moving into the beingness of who you are and allowing yourself the fulfillment of life and the fulfillment of who you are. You no longer need a hit of validation, of gratification, or stimulus from outside of yourself to stimulate the nervous system, to simulate that you are alive, where that is concerned. So many feel as if time is now standing still because they are not receiving that hit or that stimulus from outside of themselves. Many still are where that is concerned, because that is the hit or the stimulus that says, I am alive. My nervous system has been titillated. My nervous system has stimulated. That means I am alive. And that hit could be hits of drama from outside of us, creating drama in your life outside of yourself where that is concerned, to know that you are alive, to see that you are alive, whatever that is for each and every one of you. But now that you are moving into the full beingness of who you are realizing that it is no longer necessary to be stimulated from outside of yourself. The nervous system, the old aspects of the nervous system, now that you are retraining the nervous system, have retrained the nervous system to a certain place and time where that is concerned, now you no longer need that hit or stimulation from outside of yourself to simulate that you are alive. It's about the knowingness and the beingness that you are alive. That you are now the radiatory force of life where that is concerned. The radiatory force of life outside of yourself where that is concerned. And that is why, dear ones, we have reiterated over and over and over again to allow that beaming white light inside of yourself to shine on the world, the giving of yourself to the world. You are the stimulus in the world where that is concerned. And as you do that, you move into a greater depth of the balance of giving and receiving. That is the difference, dear ones. the balance of giving and receiving, is the antithesis of needing to be stimulated from outside of yourself to know that you are alive. When you are giving, and you are giving from outside of yourself, you are giving, dear ones, and then opening up your heart space to receive. And that is the balance and the flow of life where that is concerned. So when you are in the balance and flow of life where that is concerned, you are opening up to the depth and breadth of your heart space and giving you to the world, giving your talents and the gifts to the world, and then opening your heart space to receive love where that is concerned. It's not so much that replaces the stimulation of the nervous system. What transpires is a fulfillment. I am opening my heart to give to the world. I am opening my heart to receive from the world. That, dear ones, is life. That is life in the flow of life where that is concerned. So we ask each and every one of you as you move into the month of February, look to see where you're still looking outside of yourself for that hit to the nervous system, that stimulation from outside of yourself that hits the nervous system that says you are alive, or simulates to yourself that you are alive where that is concerned. This is just another step to move into the beingness of self, being aware where you might need that hit of validation and gratification from outside of yourself, where you may need that hit or that stimulus of drama outside of yourself to catapult the nervous system into a frenzy that says, I am alive. My nervous system is titillated, I am alive. Because what you have been doing, dear ones, for over all of these years, you move in and take part in that personal journey that you are all taking part of where that is concerned, is retraining that nervous system. And you have heard this over and over and over again. You are retraining the nervous system, dear ones, to move into neutrality. The nervous system coincides with the opening of the heart space. And when the heart space opens and you're opening up to receive love, and to give love, the nervous system coalesces to that, and you move into a place of fulfillment where that is concerned. Fulfillment in neutrality. So we ask each and every one of you, where are you still looking outside of yourself to get that hit, that stimulation of your nervous system that simulates the feeling of being alive? My nervous system is on edge. I am alive. My nervous system is stimulated. I am alive. My nervous system is titillated. I am alive. Or are you alive when you open your heart space and receive love? So you move through your month of February, dear ones. We ask you to simply continue the process of moving into the world in the full beingness of yourself where that is concerned. The full beingness of who you are where that is concerned. For it is a process and it is new for each and every one of you. This is just something else, dear ones, you can begin to look at as you move through your month of February where that is concerned. And move with more compassion of self where that is concerned. More self-compassion where that is concerned as you move through your month of February, and move into a deeper sense of self-compassion. Ask yourself, am I compassionate with myself as I move through this process? Or do I move to my mental body and say, I have been doing this process long enough, I should be past all of this? Yet, dear ones, we bring this up because many of you are still looking outside of yourself for that hit, that stimulation of validation, gratification, or whatever that stimulus that you need that says, I am alive. It is time now, dear ones, to fully open your heart space and be. Be who you are. Move into the beingness of the self. Move into the full fruition of the beingness of the self where that is concerned. And allow yourself to simply move on the pathway if that is what you need, and negotiate that pathway where that is concerned. Many are in a negotiation period in relationship to themselves. Negotiating this newness of self, negotiating a new beingness of self, negotiating as you move into a depths of wounding where that is concerned. Many now are moving into greater depths of their wounds where that is concerned. Many are now moving into the core of their wound where that is concerned. And many now are beginning to process the core wounding where that is concerned, and knowing the difference between what is transpiring in the third dimensional realm outside of their old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors. Because what is transpiring for many His old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors are coming to the fore where that is concerned. Many are seeing that they are continuing old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors, but they are now moving to a place of greater understanding as to why. I am recreating these old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors. But many are now understanding why they are creating those old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors. They are still perpetrating some of the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors simply as a distraction of that core wound, to distract themselves from that core wound. It is most important, dear ones, many are now beginning to realize that their old behaviors are simply a distraction from moving into the feelings and the core wound. It is now time, dear ones, for each and every one of you to move into the understanding of that. Understanding that your old behaviors, the old habits, patterns, and rituals was simply a distraction so you can avoid the feelings of the core wound. It is now time for each and every one of you, if you so choose, to move into that core wounding and begin to process that core wounding if you so choose. As opposed to now simply recreating the old habits, patterns, rituals, and behaviors that help you avoid and distract yourself from the feelings of that core wound and the core wound itself. So we ask you as you move into your month of February, dear ones, to simply be aware of all of this and move through your month of February with a greater depth of self-compassion, a greater depth of self-love where that is concerned. And we ask you simply now, as you move through your month of February, as you are now moving into the beingness of self and navigating the pathway of life into the beingness of self, many now more open and aware of themselves where that is concerned, and many are feeling quite vulnerable where that is concerned, because they no longer need the mask or the armor around their heart space. So they are feeling a newness, a vulnerability where that is concerned, as they move into the state of beingness and being who they are. This is a process, dear ones. Many of you have released much of the old armor, the old wounding, the veil around your heart space. And what you are navigating now is a newness of the beingness of self. And in turn, as you do that, old behaviors, old habits, patterns, and rituals will seep in because you are in this navigation period. It is important to understand, dear ones, that things in life, in your process in life, there is no beginning, middle, or end. It just is. It is not as if you stop the old habits, patterns, and rituals and everything ends. Because you are in a navigation aspect of your life where that is concerned, and a process of life. As you move into your core wounds, and you move into your wounding, many have healed a great deal of that wounding. And as you move into the core wound, you are now moving into the core conditioning and programming from mom and dad, and quite possibly all of what you came into this lifetime to heal from past lives where that is concerned. So as you move into this where that is concerned, it is most important to open your heart space. Open your heart space. Open your heart space. And be compassionate with yourself. Move into a new level of self-compassion where that is concerned. Open your heart space, dear ones, and be with who you are. So we come to you at this wonderful and most glorious time as you're moving into your month of February. Continue the pathway in a slower pace, taking a slower pace where that is concerned. Open your heart space, dear ones, into the full beingness of self, and move into a level of a greater depth of self-compassion of yourself as you navigate the pathway in the new beingness of self in your month of February.